Hello everybody, welcome back to the second GCSE maths video on ratios. In this video we'll be looking at simplifying ratios. So ratios can be rewritten in a more efficient way. If you're asked to quote a ratio, you should always give it in this most efficient way in its simplest form. So let me take you through an example. Say we have a ratio 3 to 6. Well, that can also be written as 1 to 2. How did we get there? So the first thing that we did was we found a common factor between 3 and 6. What are the common factors of 3 and 6? Well, there's 1. There's also 3. Both of these numbers go into both 3 and 6 together. And so what do we do next? Well, we divide by the biggest, that largest common factor, which is going to be 3. So we take either side of the ratio, so we've got 3 to 6, and we divide by 3. So 3 divided by 3 becomes 1. 6 divided by 3 becomes 2. And so we want to continue this process until, well, we can't really divide anymore. And we want to keep it as a whole number, either side as integers. Okay, and that is our answer, 1 to 2. So now let's practice. So we have a bunch of questions here, expressed in their simplest form. So the first one is 9 to 6. What is the highest common factor of 9 and 6? Have a quick think. Okay, if you said 3, then let's try it. So 9 to 6, let's divide each side by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 3 to 2, and this can't be simplified any further. So that will be the answer. 15 to 25. What is the highest common factor of 15 and 25? Let's try 5. Let's divide each side by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 25 divided by 5 is 5. And that gives us a final answer of 3 to 5. 10 to 40. What is the highest common factor of 10 and 40? Let's try 10. So let's divide either side by 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 40 divided by 10 is 4. And so that leaves us with that final answer of 1 to 4. Okay, the next question is 30 to 12. What is the highest common factor here? Let's try 6. Okay, what is 30 divided by 6? Well, that is going to be 5. And what is 12 divided by 6? That is going to be 2. So that leaves us with our final answer of 5 to 2. Now, let's try 48 to 44. This one's a little tricky. These numbers are really large. I'm not sure what the highest common factor is, but I know that 2 is a factor. Okay, so let's divide either side by 2. 48 divided by 2 is 24. 44 divided by 2 is 22. I don't think this is in its simplest form. I think it can be divided further. I'm going to try to divide again by 2. 24 divided by 2, that is going to be 12. 22 divided by 2 is going to be 11. Now, can I simplify this any further? What goes into both 12 and 11? There is nothing. That is the ratio in its simplest form. So you can see this as an alternative way of simplifying ratios. If you're not sure about the highest common factor, you can pick any factor that it has in common, but just note that you'll have to repeat the process again. Okay, let's try this next one, 16 to 22. Using the same method that we did in part E. Let's divide both sides by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 22 divided by 2 is 11. 8 to 11. Oh, well, that happens to be its simplest form anyway. So that is how we simplify ratios. So let's try with some worded problems. In the classroom, there are 9 rulers and 6 pens. Find the ratio of rulers to pens in its simplest form. Okay, so we've got rulers and we've got pens. We've got 9 rulers and we have 6 pens. If you are not sure how to write a ratio out in this way, you can look at the previous video. Okay, so that is the ratio written out, but it's not in its simplest form. So let's think, what is the highest common factor of 9 and 6? Well, that's going to be 3. So let's divide either side by 3. We've got 9 divided by 3 and we've got 6 divided by 3. And that is going to give us the ratio of 3 to 2. Okay, in a box there are 9 pencils and 12 pens. Find the ratio of pencils to pens in its simplest form. So we have pencil to pen. How many pencils do we have? We have 9 pencils. How many pens do we have? We have 12 pens. So what is the highest common factor of 9 and 12? Well, I think it might be 3 again. So let's write out the highest common factor is 3. And let's divide either side by 3. 9 divided by 3 is going to be 3. 12 divided by 3 is going to be 4. So that gives us a ratio of 3 to 4. Finally, in a hall, there are 36 tables and 9 chairs. Find the ratio of chairs to tables in its simplest form. So we want the ratio of chairs to tables. There are 9 chairs. There are 36 tables. What is the highest common factor of 9 and 36? I think it might be 4. 9, rather. My bad. I think it might be 9. Definitely not 4. Okay, so let's try this. 9 divided by 9 is going to be 1. 36 divided by 9 is going to be 4. That's where the 4 came from. Okay, and that is our final ratio in our simplest form. It can't be simplified any further. Okay, so that is the general approach to simplifying ratios. If there's a ratio that has a factor common to both sides of the ratio, then we can divide by that common factor. And we want to continue to divide by any common factors that might exist until the ratio is in that final form. Okay, so I hope that this video was helpful in getting you used to simplifying ratios.